on the arena. I think that this has been a tremendous change. You see a player like a Ralph Sampson playing outside and dribbling the basketball and shooting. That's a great change in itself.
You enjoy watching these games? You still enjoy the game a lot, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I enjoy it. Basketball is great. I've always said it's the greatest sport in the world.
You were the MVP in your first All-Star game. Who do you like today?
With MVP, I don't know. We'll see about the third quarter because after they get heated up a little bit, they'll get the right combination in the game. Then we'll be able to pick one out a little better.
We know you like the East to win. Okay, let's go back to Dick Stockton.
Thank you very much, Pat. And on the line right now is George Gervin. Bernard King, frustrating year for him, Tommy. He leads the NBA over 30 points, and he had 60 in one game, but the Knicks are struggling with all those injuries.
Well, he himself has had some injuries, but without those two big guys in the center spot, Cartwright and Webster, they've been in serious trouble. I thought they were really going to be a contender this year.
But Bernard King's an all-star, and he's here.
In the East lineup, number 4.
A lot of changes now, so we'll bring you up to date on the East. Terry Cummings is in at power forward, and Robert Parrish from the Boston Celtics is in at center. Cummings from the Milwaukee Bucks. So is Sidney Moncrief. Two Milwaukee players in there now. Michael Ray Richardson, Aaron Shot, and Kareem to Nixon, his former teammate now with the Clippers. Nixon to Gervin. Cummings defends well. Good defense by Cummings inside. The East by 1 with 3.5 minutes to go in the first period. Here is Terry Cummings. Kareem again. Quick pass, Nance from Phoenix. To Nixon from the Clippers, guarded by Michael Ray. Alex English. Sidney Moncrief. Boy, he really skies for a guard.
He is the epitome of what a coach would like to have at that big guard position.
And he can play inside with the best of them. And he's fouled.
So physically strong. When he takes underneath the basket position, he's fearless. He's not afraid of anybody.
Jack Sikma, holding up the banner of the Seattle Supersonics, is into the ball game right now. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar goes out. He has 3 personal fouls. Rolando Blackman, who said it's euphoric to be in the All-Star game for the first time. Number 20 from the Dallas Mavericks also is in there. So it's Nixon and Blackman in the backcourt for the West. Sikma and Nance up front with Alex English. Not a big team.
No, but I think both teams will try and fast break regardless. It'll take a little while after sitting on the bench for so long for this group to really mesh together.
Norman Nixon, the point guard. Setting a screen is Nance. Nixon. And there's Norm Nixon. Reunited with Magic Johnson, and we'll get to see whether he plays in the same backcourt with his former teammate.
Boy, did they make a devastating duo pushing that ball up the court to start the fast breaks.
Bernard King. Rebound Nance. King getting back. English dropping down. Here's Rolando Blackman. Born in Panama. And it goes over the top. It'll be East ball. East leading 31-30 with 2:29 remaining in the first period.
Bernard King and Rolando Blackman both are looking forward to this fast-breaking style of play to get turned loose.
Harris is playing up high with Sikma guarding him. Normally it's Sikma that likes to go up on top. Moncrief driving. Sidney Moncrief. Sidney Moncrief, who's been the top defensive player in the league the last 2 years, but a threat offensively as well. Nixon dishing off to Nance, baseline. Good play.
That Nixon takes it right to the basket every single time if possible.
Turnover, and the West will have the ball. Larry Bird on the bench right now next to Bill Laimbeer. Under 2 minutes to go in the first period. The West led one time. That was 8-6 early in the game. They can take the lead right here. Blackman gives the West the lead for the first time in a while, 34-33.
You turn a guy like Rolando Blackman loose. He plays in a structured system down there in Dallas. He was really looking forward to getting out there and just wheeling.
King has a shot blocked by Larry Nance, and here's Norm Nixon. Nance of Phoenix pulls up over Michael Ray Richardson, and Larry Nance, who was the slam dunk champion last year.
And that was the last piece of confidence I think he needed to prove to himself he was going to be a great player.
1:10 remaining, first period. King. Moncrief guarded by Blackman, doubled by Alex English. Bernard King. He's missed 2 close ones. Cummings Cummings again, and that's the element that the Milwaukee Bucks have parlayed into a lead in the Central Division of the NBA.
You know, for 2 years down there in San Diego, he got lost because his team wasn't doing well. But everybody in the NBA knew he was a great player, Terry Cummings.
That was a great trade for Milwaukee. Blackman to Nance, good speed, and those two are really teaming up well as you look at Houston's pair of Olajuwon and Sampson on the bench, and we'll probably see them together in the game. 35 seconds to go in the first period. The West leading by 3. Cummings gets his own rebound. No one's moving on the court right now. 3-point attempt. Michael Ray Richardson, Sigma clears with 20 seconds to go.
Well, this ball club for the East is not moving the ball as effectively as that first unit did. No, but you had the real great passes on that first unit.
Well, I'm sure they'll try some more combinations. 7 seconds to go. Blackman, he's had a good first period. 4 seconds to go, and the West is leading by 5, 40-35. And the buzzer sounds, and that is the end of the first period. This is just warm-up time, folks. They're just getting the feel of the Hoosier Dome. The West leads the East after 1 period of play in the All-Star game. We're back here at the All-Star game, and you know, Tommy, they've only had one short workout yesterday for this game, and of course there are always going to be turnovers, but I'm amazed at the instincts of these people who are playing with guys they haven't played before.
Well, most of them are all fundamentally sound players, Dick, and they really revel in the fact that you're going to be playing with some additional fundamentally sound players, so they try and make and create their own things for other players.
Tommy, what about the swings in this game back and forth? The East had a lead, and then now the West by 5. What does it indicate, if anything?
It's meaningless, really, Dick. I've seen all-star games where one team got ahead by 20 points and the other team come back. Right now, everybody's getting a look-see to the national TV audience, and here at the Hoosier Dome, the coaches feel obligated to play them and show what they can do for at least a little bit. Then they start to play their combinations that they think can win the game.
And they'll go with the hot hand late in the game, won't they?
Or combinations they feel that can match up well against the other team that's going to finish up the game.
So the second period is underway. Sidney Moncrief is guarded by Rolando Blackman. A lot of first-year players here. There's going to be more as the years go on. Moncrief, turnaround. Rebound, Parrish with a fake inside, and Michael Ray Richardson tips it in. Come on, Robert, says K.C. Jones. You should have had that first one. I think K.C.'s thinking of the 6-game Western trip coming up. A little bit.
He wants his players to stay sharp. That's a big one for the Celtics.
Alley-oop Nance. Almost made a tough play on the feed from Nixon. Michael Ray, baseline to Cummings, and they call the foul inside. The East is claiming should be goaltending too.
And it is. He trapped it on the glass.
Moses Malone, Julius Erving. The Philadelphia 76ers trail Boston by a game and a half.
I'll tell you, Terry Cummings is an awesome power forward. He's got all the skills of a small man. He can put the ball on the floor. What makes him remarkable is his dribbling ability. He can get through traffic and still go up strong.
Don Nelson said Terry's the most gifted player he's ever coached, and he has coached some really good ones. Alex English turnaround from the baseline. Here comes the East again, trying to break a 40-40 tie, and Cummings goes to the hoop. A little bit too hard off the glass. Boy, Nance really runs the court well, isn't he, for big man? Nixon, and a foul.
Nance is so fast up there. You know, he's been playing with Phoenix that is not really a fast-breaking ball club, but if he ever got turned loose on a fast-breaking team, he'd be producing sky stuffs like Sampson.
He's picked up the slack in the absence of Walter Davis, who's now returned to action. Michael Ray Richardson commits the personal foul. Sigma doubled by Richardson and Parrish. That's nearly his trademark shot, and good move inside as Nance draws the foul and will go to the line.
I'll tell you, he made a great rebound that time. He was underneath the basket, blocking out, and then stepped to the ball before any of these players could get to him.
Here's Calvin Nat. He symbolizes perhaps more than anyone that Portland-Denver trade that everyone thought was going to thrust Portland perhaps into a contending position in the West, but instead Denver has the lead in their division. Portland has slumped, and Calvin Nat said to us yesterday, a really free to play. He likes the system of Denver as opposed to what Portland was.
Well, Portland is so structured. Jack Ramsey likes to run his offense that way. It's been very successful. And conversely, in Denver with Doug Moe, who's a fast break guy, turns the game over to the players.
42-40, the West leading.